Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Venture Starters. It's so great to see so many people. 150 people already in the room in the first 5 seconds. Wow. Wow. Okay, this is going to be a fun event. We're going to have a great turnout, and it's great to have so many of you. The reason for starting the event early is that we had so many folks from Europe and other parts of the world that sort of complained that our start time is like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. in the morning for them, and it was really hard for them to attend. So I'm not sure how many will attend today, but we wanted to at least do an experiment and try this earlier morning time slot just to see if it works for everybody. So feedback from all of you would be very helpful if you think this is a better time than our normal time, which is at the end of the day. It's 4 p.m. usually on the Pacific Coast, and on the East Coast it's 7 p.m. But this is an interesting experiment, and given that we already have almost 180 people in the room in the first 1 minute, we're off to a good start. I want to thank everybody for attending. Venture Starters is actually turning into quite a success, and you're all the reason why that success is taking place. For those of you who are brand new, my name is Mark November. My family pays 100% of the cost of putting this event on, managing the Venture Starters community so that we can make it free to pitch and free to attend. We've been trying very hard to make this a free event for as long as we can so that we can help the startup ecosystem to connect the people to who they need to connect with and help manifest positive outcomes. That's our goal. And so far, we've been having great successes. We've been able to line up investors for a bunch of startups. We've been able to find talented people to join startup teams. We've been able to find co-founders to join founders who need help. And we've had over 10,000 LinkedIn members participate in one way, shape, or form. And it's been just a thrill to be part of this entire adventure. We're starting to expand. And if you look in the chat, you'll see a message from one of my assistants. It'll look like it's coming from me. If you see my face a few times in the event, it's because I have 3 assistants helping manage this event. One thing I want to point out is we had great success last week when I asked all of you to do just one thing to help us build our community. Just one thing, which is to click on the LinkedIn event notification for this week's event, and then click to attend, and then invite as many of your first connections as you can. You can literally just randomly pick up to 1,000 first connections and invite them. LinkedIn allows you to do 1,000 invites per week. They're wanting to try and build the event side of LinkedIn up, and we're looking to bring new people in to our community. Even if you invite 1,000 people from your first connections, only about 10 to 30 of them will actually sign up. And then out of that, only 2 to 5 to 6 maybe will actually attend, because that's just the odds of what ends up happening on LinkedIn. So I need everybody's help to essentially grow our community. So if you look in the chat, and the chat is where everything happens, you'll see a posting for a link. And I would appreciate it if you will click on that link, sign up for next week's event, and then invite all of as many first connections as you can. Literally, you can just randomly pick people. You don't have to go and spend a lot of time figuring out who are the best, but you'll be helping us to build the community. And I would really appreciate it, because otherwise my family spends money on advertising in order to promote this event, and it gets very expensive to bring everybody together. So, you can be doing your part. Wow, we're already up to almost 250 people. This is fantastic. Okay, so venture starters are for the people that start ventures, invest in ventures, or support ventures. Our event works best when everybody is on mute. So please, if you're not on mute right now, please make sure that you are on mute. Occasionally, if the noise in the background gets to be a little bit too much, I may have to stop whoever is pitching and mute the entire audience so that we can avoid problems with few people who sometimes leave their microphones on and they may or may not even realize it. So that's one of the challenges to having an event like this. But when everybody is on mute, except for the person who's speaking, the event works spectacular. For those of you who are just joining now or coming in late, my name is Mark November. You can look me up on LinkedIn. I'm no longer able to accept more first connection requests. My apologies. I do have the ability to have you follow me and subscribe to my newsletter. And that way you can learn more about what's going on in my world if you're interested. I'm up to almost 31,000 or maybe 32,000 followers now. So it'd be great if you want to follow what I'm doing. I would appreciate it. For those of you that want to pitch today, please look for the reaction button and the hand raise. And if there were any of you from last week that I did not get into the queue early, my sincere apologies. I tried to find the list from last week and get everybody in, and it was a little crazy this morning getting started because it was just an early morning for us. So my sincere apologies. If we miss you again, please send a message to send information to my assistant in the chat, and we'll try and get you in today, or at least make sure we get you on a list for next week. You only have 2 minutes. 2-minute elevator pitches, no share screen, no deck presentation, just 2 minutes. Show us what you can say in 2 minutes. Here's my suggestion to those of you pitching. If you bring your enthusiasm and excitement about your project, then we get excited about it. If you mumble and talk about it and you just don't have any energy behind what you're saying, why should we get excited as investors? So, please, bring some energy. This is a visual event. We now have a 2-minute clock, which we've been using successfully for the last couple of events, and it's worked out great. You will hear the 2-minute clock go off after 1.5 minutes. You'll hear the first ding. That means start to wrap it up. And then at the, when you're out of time, you'll hear a little bit more ding or ring. I'm not sure how to describe the sound, but that means stop. Please try and honor our clock. That way we can make this a very fast-paced event, get the most amount of people in as possible. That way it'll work great. If I mispronounce your name, please correct me. There's a lot of new names, exotic names, not the best at picking up on all those nuances. But I try my best. It's not personal. If you're just arriving, open up the chat. Everything happens in the chat. That's where we go. All right, we already have 82 people that are signed up to pitch today. So it's a guarantee that those of you who are signing up now are not going to be able to do a pitch. We're just not going to be able to accommodate that many people today. I apologize. We'll try and get as many people in as possible. If for some reason you don't get into the pitch today, we'll take names at the end of the event. You have to stay in the queue until the end. We'll take all the names of the people who did not get in. We'll try and let you in if you arrive 15 minutes in advance of next week's event, so we have enough time to get you in early so you can raise your hand before we open up the doors to everybody else. That's the best I can do for trying to make it work for everybody. The rules of our event are very simple. Be nice, play nice. We're not looking to embarrass anybody. So please, just please be nice. And that includes in the chat. Please also don't spam our chat. If you've got something to say in our chat to the entire audience, great. Just say it a couple of times and be done with it. Come back multiple times to our event and get known. If you show your face and you're here regularly, people will get to know you. But the last thing that anybody wants to see is the chat basically scrolling by so fast that nobody can read it, and the same person repeatedly copy and pasting some message over and over again. If anybody sees that happening, please notify us our team in the chat, and we'll try and either stop those people or kick them out of the event. And, you know, we have kicked a few people out of the event for spamming our chat. So be careful. Don't do that. Okay, couple of interesting things. There's going to be an after party today at 4 p.m. hosted by Eric Harris, who has put together the Venture Starters Network, which is a brand new network where everybody can participate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, nonstop. There'll be a lot of interesting new things that we're going to bring forward on this platform. All of you should sign up. So look in the chat for a link to how you can join and become part of that. We're just getting it started. There'll be a live event at 4 p.m., which is our normal start time, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, later today, where you can be involved, and you'll see how it works if you are able to attend. This is also where we're going to be able to link more investors and founders together on a basis where you don't have to find them at our event during the 2 hours that we do this event. So it's an opportunity for us to grow the connections and manifest more things to happen. Eric's goal of setting this up was to get 100 of our founders funded by the end of this year. I don't know if we'll be able to achieve that goal, but that's the goal. 100 founders funded by the end of this year using this new Venture Starters Network. And please sign up and be part of it. We have already 300 plus people that signed up in the first 10 days of this going on. Again, if you're, let's see, we don't need more people raising their hands. So we'll, okay, lastly, beware of bad apples. Like we're going to have over 300 people in the room today. We're already approaching 300 now, which is fantastic. Thank you all for coming. But I don't know everybody, and there's a possibility that some of the people are bad apples. So be careful and cautious when you're interacting with the people that come to this event. We're an open to the public event, so anything is possible. Just do due diligence on everybody that you're doing business with, and you'll, likely be able to be safe. For those of you, let's see, who don't know, I build startup teams. That's kind of how I got into this. At first as an investor, investing in founders, and I've been a prolific angel investor for decades. But more recently, what I've discovered is that if I can build the right team raises the money, the right team flourishes, the right team doesn't get stuck. So I build teams, and I am a master networker. And if any of you have an interest in learning about how I can help you build your team, if you're in need of team building, please look for, go to my website, which is marknovember.com. And there should be a Calendly at the bottom where you can make an appointment to talk to me. If all of my time slots are filled up, which could be the case within seconds of me even saying that, in that case, just check back with the website in a couple of days, and I'll open up more slots here. I just didn't have time to add more this morning. Okay, enough of that. I want to initially, before we get started on the pitch event, I want to introduce all of you to David Hirschfeld. David is developing a technology that may overlay nicely with what we're doing here. One of the great things about David is he has a method of developing software to a point where it looks like it's ready to go, and you can bring it to market and see if it's a good market fit and whether customers are interested before investing hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever the amount is in finishing the software. It's really quite brilliant to do it that way. That way you validate whether you have the right idea, the right business model in advance of actually spending all of the money. David is an expert at this. And for those of you who are in need of software to develop your whatever your business model is, you definitely want to talk to David. Separate from that, David has an idea that he'd like to pitch to all of us now. And I'm going to give him the floor for more than 2 minutes just to explain it. And then we'll immediately move into our queue, where I see Michael Roybal is first in the queue, and he's going to then start our 2 minutes. For those of you who would like to know how the queue works for the founder pitches, you need to open up the participant page. And you'll see that at the top of the participant page, the hand raises are all in an order, and that's the order I'm going on, whatever Zoom set us up with. So, if you want to know where you are in the queue, that's the place to check. And again, I want to thank everybody for coming out.
Fucking computer.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute everybody because we're definitely getting a little background noise. Again, if everybody can try and stay on mute until it's time for them to speak, that would be great. We will bring back the Q&A for the after founders pitch in the future. I'm sorry, we will also be bringing back a life science event night and women's founders night. We're going to do all of those things again this summer. But at the moment, the focus is on open pitching because the demand in our community to get in front of everybody is enormous right now, as evidenced by 84 people that actually are in the queue right now to pitch tonight, or today. Sorry, I keep saying tonight. So used to our event being tonight. Anyway, so let's get started with David. David Hirschfeld, please take over, and you'll have to let me know if you need me to do a share screen.
Yeah, I will, if you would allow me to do that.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, let me see if okay, and I will share my screen now, and I'll put my information into the chat right afterwards. Anyway, so we struggle, and thank you. And by the way, the after party is a definite you don't want to miss. I was there last week, and the information was really valuable, and the exchange was lively, and it's really, really worthwhile going to. Eric, you've done a great job with that. We all struggle in networking meetings because so much information's coming at us. We're scribbling notes, we're taking screenshots, we're reading the chat log, which is flying by like a ticker tape. We're constantly downloading that chat log so that we don't miss anything. And then people are reaching out to us, but it scrolls by so fast. We're trying to watch pitches, we miss it. And these result in a lot of missed opportunities. I figure for me, it probably cost me at least $100,000 a year, and probably many times that in terms of missed opportunities. I wouldn't miss these events for anything because of the opportunities they present, but I've always wanted a better way to capture this information. So as a result, I've been working on this app called Meet Me Next. I'm David Hirschfeld, founder of Techies. We're a software development company, and the creator of Meet Me Next. Meet Me Next is intended to solve these problems and prevent us from missing presentations, because I miss a lot while I'm taking notes and reading the chat. Somebody says something really interesting and I don't remember who they were. I can't find them again later. So I want that to end. I want to be able to focus on my chat on the presentations only, not on all the noise going on around it. So with Meet Me Next, you log in with LinkedIn, it pulls all your information in, you customize the information to get your profile set up in just a minute or so. And now you're in, and you can see all the venture starter events that are coming up. Now imagine you have your phone sitting next to you. You get a notification that the event is about to start. You tap the notification, it opens the app, and that's it. You leave that. It's a companion app to Zoom. You're still on the Zoom screen. So as soon as the meeting starts, you join the meeting, the app senses that you're now in the meeting, and the app goes into meeting mode, and notice the menu's gone. It doesn't allow you to start navigating around and getting distracted with the app. The app is there to eliminate all that. Mark's doing his business at the minute, like he always does. And then as soon as he's done, he starts announcing the presenters. Richard Parker comes up, and if you think Richard's somebody that you want to connect with later, all you do is tap your screen. Mark, if you need to mute everybody, that's fine. I'll unmute. Tap your screen, and then you've now tagged them as somebody to connect with later. All their information will be captured for you, and I'll show you that in a minute. After Richard's done, Mark announces the next person, and he's got a moderator version of the app where he's driving all this. I don't need to connect with him because I know him pretty well. Let's say I want to connect with John later, and this keeps going on while everybody is presenting. And just if you're wondering about making connections with people, they don't have to have the app. the app will know everybody who's in the meeting because they're all connected in with Zoom, and pull whatever information it can. When everybody's done, you've got everybody's information, not just the people that presented. And then Mark will do his wrap up at the end and start the breakout sessions. And all he has to do is press a button. And now the app starts facilitating breakouts, 5-minute breakout sessions. You can see here, they're time boxed. And so you get through 5-minute connection meetings with everybody individually over a period of just a 30 or 40 minutes post meeting. And now you've got a chance to actually make real connections. You get a minute in between each one, so you can make some notes. And at the end of that minute, then it shuffles you into the next one. And it will do the shuffling in the most efficient way possible based on who preferenced whom. And this way, somebody might have said they want to meet me after I do my pitch, and I didn't see it in the chat, but but now we're connecting, now we're meeting, now we're deciding if there's a good point in going further beyond this connection. And then when it's all done, you've met with everybody. Now you've captured all their information, all the people you had connections with that you did breakouts. You see the green check mark. Somebody here, they favorited me, must have left early before we had a breakout, but that's okay. I can just go and find him and connect on LinkedIn. One-click connect, it's templated. So no more copying LinkedIn out of the chat and having to go paste it. You just click it. Finally, we also have all the history from all the previous meetings, and it automatically pulls the chat log down. So you have the full chat history available to you. And then I have all kinds of plans of what I'm going to do with that chat in terms of parsing it and finding everything that was related or mentioned me in that chat. Because again, I'm building this for me. I'm solving my own problem. And all that history, you can go back in, pull people's information up, and even get the recordings of their pitches and their breakout sessions that you had with them and the transcripts of those. So this is Meet Me Next. We're starting a pre-launch sale today. It started as soon as this meeting started. Again, I'll put all my information in the chat. I have some guarantees if you want to read on my page in terms of money back guarantees. You can get this for free if you refer to other groups that get other members, so you can get a free, and these are lifetime licenses. Once the app is live, I will know it'll be a subscription model. There will be no more chance at lifetime licenses or being part of the Founders Club. Anyway, my name is David Hirschfeld, founder of Techies and creator of Meet Me Next, and I hope you buy.
Okay, so let me see if, oh, good. We were able to go back to our normal screen for my benefit. Okay. Thank you, David. Okay, a host only. Okay. All right, let's get back to the chat. Back to the queue. Hold on a second. All right, so, that scrambled my queue. Interesting. All right, just to know. So the first person who's going to pitch is Michael Roybal. Hello, Michael.
Thanks, Mark. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Michael Roybal, the founder and CEO of Newly. Prior to forming Newly, I was an attorney practicing almost 30 years, 20 years as an independent professional. Unfortunately, being an independent professional is like no different than running a small business. It's hard and challenging, and in particular, a waste of time driven by business inefficiencies. Let me tell you about Newly. It's an exclusive community of sophisticated independent professionals that are business focused. The three core attributes of our platform are: it's a relevant network, their members are trusted advisors, and the platform provides support services for our members. The revenue model is subscription-based. The core problem we're trying to solve for our members is not new business, but wasted time driven by business inefficiencies. To address these issues, our platform provides a search functionality that allows our members to find professionals quickly. Our members can get assistance in running their businesses more efficiently. And lastly, our members can connect with relevant peers for networking. In sum, we help with professional productivity. We are an invite-only beta with over 500 members, and they're amazing. They have between 15 and 25 plus years of experience, and almost all of them come from big, prestigious organizations before being independent. Although our target market is specialized, the market is large. There are over 2 million of our target professionals in the United States, and the worldwide TAM is over 15 billion. We have a wonderful team of successful independent professionals who have lived the problem we're trying to solve, as well as the former global president of YPO, a very prestigious, successful organization of 30,000 CEOs. We are raising $500,000 via a convertible note, 6 million pre-money valuation, 20% discount. We have about 250,000 of that already committed, and we are already speaking with VCs for an upcoming VC round. Please reach out to me and connect with me if you'd like to learn more. I'll put my information in the chat.
Thank you, Michael. All right, we're gonna move on. And that was the ding, by the way. Clock manager, let's get ready for the next one. Up next is maybe the youngest person that we've had pitched to us before. So everybody be patient and supportive of Cori.
Hi. Thank you so much, Mr. November, for this opportunity to present this team, and thank you for all of you for giving me your time. My name is Cori Estelle. I'm a young author who's enjoyed writing in my free time for the past 3 years. The book I'm writing now, Puppet Master, A Perspective in Witchy Poison, is one that includes rarely discussed topics such as self-harm, manipulation, and depression. Stories nowadays often minimize the long-term impact of trauma at a young age. Reality is much different as seen in the life of my main character. Puppet Master has 3 main characters: Monica, an 18-year-old girl who has just moved with her twin brother out of a toxic household; Donovan, the older con artist who takes control of Monica's life; and Malachi, an unexpected love interest. My novel showcases shocking twists, murder plots, and to make it more unique, a song is given for each chapter to represent its theme. I'm looking for help to publish Puppet Master. Although I can do it by myself online, I would very much prefer to publish it in print. My contact details are displayed on the screen. Thank you.
And if there's anybody from Hollywood that is interested in learning more about this, I believe, Cori, you're 14, right? Is that? It would be a great story if Cori, as a 14-year-old, could get a movie deal. I don't know if that's a possibility, but I invited Cori to come and pitch, and I thought it would be great if we as a community could support her. Thank you, Cori. All right, we're going to blaze through everybody else starting now. And up next is William. You're the next.
Hey, venture starters. Ever felt FOMO and missing a night out on celebrations? Or couldn't make it to a friend's birthday dinner? Or couldn't even find an easy way to connect with family and colleagues because of distance? Well, these are all common problems that everyone faces every day. My name is William, and I'm the co-founder of OPA. OPA is the very first ever social platform for everyday eats that allows users to give food and drinks at restaurants, wherever, whenever. Yes, think Venmo, but for food. We realize not only on average are facing these problems, but small, medium to national restaurants are facing a bigger revenue issue as well. With so many delivery apps, the total guest experience is being forced out of the restaurants. This means less foot traffic into restaurants, and capturing loyalty becomes tougher. With OPA, users can easily give food and drinks, post and share dine-in experiences, buy items themselves, and interact daily with their favorite restaurants. With our big data approach and user-friendly interface, OPA delivers an omni-channel for an all-in-one marketing solution that fosters a networking effect, increases profit margins, and boosts on-premise experiences. Our business model is simple. We charge restaurants an 8% plus 30-cent fee for every order that is processed on our platform. In addition, we are in the process of selling our first SaaS product offering to a large national franchise. Since our launch in early May in the hospitality center of the world, Orlando, Florida, we've seen incredible growth, with our user base expanded to 750 active users, 3,000 waitlisted users. To this date, we've generated $35,000 in gross order volume with 10 live restaurants in just 5 weeks. We're adding 5 restaurants a week and are on target to do $3,000 to $3,500 in order and volume. With a total addressable market of $900 billion, the US food and beverage industry presents a massive opportunity. Thank you.
Thanks, William. Up next is Sam.
Hello, everyone from here in the US and around the world. Thank you for inviting me again, Mark November. I really appreciate what you're doing here with Venture Starters. It's an incredible community of people. Fascinating. But my name is Samuel Hashim, and I am a battery research and development CEO for the last 8 years. And I oversee battery research and engineering teams around America in various different labs that are led by my son, Dr. Daniel Hashim, who is world renowned and recognized in Forbes 30 Under 30 5 years ago with his invention of nanosponge electrodes, which simply replace graphite, which is the common battery anode material, which is 70% of graphite comes from China. So the US is trying to reroute our supply chain to have our batteries be domestically sourced. So nanosponge enables us to replace graphite with nanosponge on copper foil. And so we've effectively created lithium metal batteries that cycle lithium metal at a 50% higher energy density. Now, we could do a deeper dive with you on anything related to the technology, but what this simply means is that your cell phone can last 2 or 3 days before you have to charge it up. A drone can stay in the air for 30, 40 minutes longer, or an EV can go 50% further. I'm going to put all my data in the chat. It's about a 30-minute presentation. You can schedule it. We're raising $18 million with a private placement memorandum, and we are allowing for the next 2 to 3 months smaller investors to be involved at $45,000 for 5,000 shares before we present to the investment banking and private equity market. But we're seeking accredited investors.
We're going to have to move on. Meet Sam in the chat. Up next is Francisco.
Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you, Mark, for putting this event on. It's been really good to come the last few weeks. So I want to tell you, put you in a headspace. Maybe I think you'll all kind of feel with this. Let's say you're building a startup, as most of us here might be or working through, and you're working hard every day. And one day you get an email, maybe it's Google, saying you've got some.
Francisco, hold on 1 second. I'm going to mute everybody, and then if you can just unmute yourself, because we have a little bit of background noise. My apologies.
Okay. Is that good?
There we go. Thank you.
Okay. So as I was saying, you're building your startup and you're working hard, putting your heart and soul into it. You get an email, a Google, a suspicious activity. What's this? You open it, you try to log into your account, but it's blocked. What's going on? You're scared. That's where your startup, your software, whatever you're building is saved, but you've been hacked. This happens often. And over 60% of the startups that receive a cyber attack end up closing their doors in less than 6 months. My name is Francisco Alvarez, and I'm CEO of Blue Lock AI. And we have built a system that uses AI to detect these cyber attacks and these hackers before they can complete their attacks in order to stop all of these terrible stories from occurring. We are needed now more than ever, with cybercrime up 600% since the pandemic and all of these tech layoffs that we've been hearing, making it even worse. Our solution 2 years ago might have been nice to have. Now it's needed. We are raising $1 million for our seed round, and we wanted to be able to reach the market. We are trying to expand and scale with our team, which is dedicated. We have over 20 years in cybersecurity and software development, and we really believe that we can face these hackers and stop them before they attack your startups. AI is the future of cybersecurity, and at Blue Lock AI, we are building that future. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Francisco. Meet him in the chat if you're interested. Up next is Timothy.
Hello, I'm Dr. Timothy Riley, the CEO and Scientific Director of AJAW. Using AI outsourcing robotics, AJAW is
You're on mute. Somehow you ended up on mute, Timothy.
oh,
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Dr. Timothy Riley, the CEO and scientific director of AJAW. AJAW is a world-leading tech company that uses AI outsourcing robotics to be the world's most efficient tech conglomerate in history, costing less than $900 a month to operate our hospital, in-person Pacific Ocean Healing Center and Resort, orthodontic studio, animation studio, university, security division, aerospace department, computer department, and 3D print houses. AJAW provides world-leading tech and best prices in all categories we sell, but in particular, AJAW Hospital provides the most advanced and effective medical treatments in the world, completely unmatched by the competition and other hospitals. AJAW has successfully extended mammalian lifespan by twofold via proprietary DNA modulation technology and telomere lengthening technology, evolving the Homo sapien into the more intelligent, more advanced Homo immortalis. Yes, evolution medicine. However, beyond our DNA modulation technology, we have created AJAW Human Parthenogenesis Rebirth, which allows us to revive the recently deceased as babies with a 1 gram cell sample. AJAW Rebirth changes the life cycle from a linear life cycle to a circular life cycle. All of our technology is finished and we're accepting rebirth and DNA modulation orders today. So anyone who dies in 2023 can be revived with AJAW's technology. Best part, all of our technology is peer-reviewed, backed. And more than this, AJAW is a philanthropic organization providing 100% free healthcare and university to 180 countries across the world. At AJAW, you can see our doctors an unlimited amount of times for less than $0, for $0. 5 million people a month die without AJAW's world-leading tech. Our goal is to end 90% of death with our DNA modulation technology. To do this, every person on Earth has to know about our ability to cure death. And to do that, we want to expand our advertising fund and get everything going as soon as possible.
Okay, up next is Pooma. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. You're on mute.
Yeah. Hi, Mark, and hi, everyone. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. So I'm presenting actually the product called Proof, which is like most of the times we want to know like our expenses, like where we have spent money, especially coming to our day-to-day activities. So Proof actually helps us to track all our expenses. With this, the main thing is like who is going to input the data into the Proof. That is actually from the place where we are going to purchase some items or anything. So this is an ERP product. We actually provide it for free of cost for the businesses. It's only up to the small and medium scale businesses. So based on that, they already have our information. So when we enter into the billing queue, we just have to provide our information like our mobile number or email ID so that they can directly bill to our particular. Sorry, Mark, is there anything?
Everything's good. Just keep on going.
Yeah, okay. So automatically the bills will be in our system. So we have our Android app as well as iOS app and website. So we can also look into our expenses there itself directly. And also we are also trying to provide this as an ERP. So businesses can use it like for all their management activities. So their employees, they can also have multiple logins from different devices and multiple people can log in into the same thing. And they do also have this access management and all. And we have got like 5,000 customers in the last week. I mean, not the new one. I mean, we had like 5,000 customers till last week. And right now we are also starting into restaurant business as well as hotels. So we are expecting 300 hotels to be joining us by the end of the year. And also soon we'll also be providing our APIs for other softwares if they need, if they are into like e-commerce business and if they need a lot of businesses to be onboarded immediately. We are ready to help them with our APIs from the businesses directly. And also we do also have our source of income is through advertisements as well as commissions, as well as some charging basis based on the premium features. If you're interested, I'll just post my link here. You can just contact me. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for ending on time. Up next is John.
There we go. There we go. You can hear me. Hello, yes. I'm John Squicciarini. I'm the founder of Caboodle, like Kick and Caboodle. And we're developing a program for innovators to reduce overlap. In other words, identifying similar projects underway anywhere in the world to avoid contacts, hopefully leading to working together to enhance their joint project, avoid competition, They can learn together, selling collectively, sharing information and such, capturing larger global market segments. And as we can see on this network, on these things and others, there's so many companies that are doing similar projects, but they don't know that they're being developed somewhere else. Investors will have a resource to check for competitive projects and identify conflicts, leading to more secure and greater investment opportunities, then having the ability to connect with other investors who are invested in similar projects to reduce the risk and generate higher returns. The innovators will have access to shared legal, mentor, patent, and such resources that they may not have access to in the area that they're in. And then also locate and share partners, senior executives, engineers, and marketing professionals. So this is for everybody to look what's out there and find and share capabilities. So in summary, we're providing an ability for innovators to identify conflict and encourage less risky investments. Presently, we're running on a platform of another company that finds co-investors and partners. It's not working well. So we want to move the project into our own application, our own network. And so I'm looking for partners to build the dedicated network, and that's where I am. And I'll post my information on chat right now.
Thank you, John. Up next is Zack.
Hi, Mark. Thank you very much for that. This is my fifth time now, and it's been great so far. So I'm the founder and scientific director of Austin Biotech, and our ethos is a fully fit and functioning reproductive system. It is an aesthetics of the duality of a fully extended life, or Freudenspanne, or your joy span. And we've developed an autologous stem cell procedure and topical face serum that will rejuvenate the follicular organs in your body. Well, what are they? They're ovaries, testes, skin. And they reverse menopause, tightening your skin, thicker hair, increased bone density, as well as muscle mass. And significantly, for most of us here, a more robust sex drive and increased mental acuity, which obviously everyone would love. So, I mean, there's 133 million people in the US that spend about 300 billion a year on beauty and health treatments. We aim to capture 600 of these in a procedural environment to generate 10 million a year. Phase 1 in Europe had an 85% success rate of reversing menopause, average age of 52 years old. I put in the link, a YouTube presentation I did at one of the conferences last year, at the end of last year, about that. I'm also doing a TED talk about that later this year. And we also have our products in the process of going into Amazon and Whole Foods and clinics already in Florida, Texas, and California. We've raised 85,000 on the 350 raise, and we're looking to inject liquidity with that into our marketing and advertising campaigns, as well as hire key members to our team. We need more people, good people, proper people that can work with us and in our ethos and how we work. And we need a data entry specialist, an LPN, licensed practitioner nurse, and a doctor, if possible, an extra one. We'll consider work for equity. So 20 procedures a month will give you a return on investment of 100% in 1 year. We currently, 9 is break even, and our aim is 50. I'll put the links in the chat. And if you want to contact me, please do.
Great. Thanks, Zack. Up next is Joe.
Hi, Mark. Hi, everybody. And I like your new time, Mark. Anyway, I'm Joe Nicholson, CEO and Innovation Specialist at NXCast. I would like to share my story on how I've used my passion for problem solving, a lifetime of experience, and 30 years in construction product and material development. And we've done that over the last 6 years in addressing 2 of the biggest crises facing our world today, climate and housing. Last year, our world emitted over 40 billion tons of carbon dioxide. Did you know construction causes 40% of this climate pollution? And it creates 2 billion tons of waste annually and consumes vast amounts of non-renewable resources. Despite all this, construction as we know it is a continual process of ongoing repair, product failure, and costly replacement. Unlike the status quo of digging from the ground and processing with fossil fuels to meet construction needs, our secret sauce is a whole new material that's made with post-consumer waste and industry byproducts. Over 60% of its volume is waste. This unique concrete-like composite can be cast into cost-effective solutions to reduce the impact of construction with the attributes of reduced weight, upcycled waste, saving resources, lower emissions by as much as 83% in some applications, and creates new possibilities for insulation and carbonation. Trade-named Elsamite, this invention can be a substitute for concrete in some applications, and is perfectly engineered to provide resilient alternatives in markets like roof, deck, siding, fence, landscape, and more. So if climate action is important to you and you have the pedigree needed to disrupt a $1 trillion a year market, let's collaborate. We're seeking to partner this technology with proven business leaders who have a passion to build green and the foresight to realize green opportunities can apply to more than clean living. You can learn more at nxcast.ca. Thank you, Mark. Thanks everyone.
Thanks, Joe. Up next is Anton.
Hi, everybody. My name's Anton. I'm a founder of EasyChamp. I've always been passionate about sports, and I've started organizing events like FIFA competitions with my derm buddies early on. I've seen it a million times when people, including myself, grab a piece of paper to do all this scheduling, rostering, statistics. And I think people deserve something better. That's what inspired me to create a solution, introducing an EasyChamp, a platform that is going to make a league management a breeze. Imagine creating your league website just in minutes, keeping your lifetime competition history, and leveraging AI to record statistics and results. EasyChamp makes all of this possible by allowing you to easily generate brackets, enter match facts, and build your team and player profile all in one place. Sports and esports market is booming, showing an incredible 15 to 20% growth for the next 5 years. And our target market includes everyone involved in organizing and participating in competitions, from youth academies to professional leagues in the United States and beyond. Our business model includes 3 pricing tiers: basic and pro plans with fixed pricing, and ultra plan at quoted price for league website customizations. We're actively reaching out to our audience via phone, email, social media, and also hosting and organizing our own events on platforms like Discord server. We ran beta version in October 2022, and our customers love EasyChamp. They've gone from spending 10 hours to 3 hours a week on league management. Our amazing team contains experienced professionals in software engineering, design, marketing, and business advisory. We're looking for a fundraise of $500K in order to invest into further product development like mobile applications, operations and partnerships, and more marketing and sales. Thank you so much for being part of this journey to make a league management more efficient and enjoyable for everyone.
Thanks, Anton. Up next is Carson.
Hi, everyone. It's great to meet you. So I'm Carson. I'm one of the co-founders of Steps, the all-in-one app for running profitable campaigns at scale on Facebook and Instagram. And my other co-founder, Claire, is also on this call. So prior to Steps, I started a marketing agency, Staircase Digital, in 2017. And we had one goal in mind: to see if we could come up with a predictable methodology that anyone can use to scale their companies profitably on Facebook and Instagram. Since then, we've managed over 200 companies, and we've gotten 85% of them to their customer acquisition goals, including creating $4 billion companies along the way. Now, the beautiful thing about a methodology is that its logic can easily be automated into a tool, which is why we created Steps. The Steps app has all the necessary tools for anyone to follow our methodology, which centers around messaging, creative, funnel, and data, and are working on incorporating AI and machine learning to continue to ease the burden on business owners running their own campaigns. Our tools leverage the best performing guidelines for ad templates, landing page templates, and even sales funnel templates. So all a user needs to do is plug and play their visuals and copy that they want to use. We've also streamlined our dashboard so that users are only focused on important business metrics, completely contrary to how Facebook Ads Manager is currently designed. As we've been building our tool over the last 2 years, we've also been creating a free online certification around our methodology that is available for anyone to take. And yeah, it's really free. Our goal with the coursework is to create a community of business owners who can support each other while leveraging our methodology to run their paid social campaigns. So we're currently raising our seed round of $500K and have about $400K already circled. So we're hoping to wrap up the last 100K within the next few weeks, and a beta version of our tool should be available for testing in early August. For anyone on this call who's curious about our methodology or looking to get certified or would like to get on our wait list, Claire will post links in the chat to those now. If you'd like to chat more, you can email me at carson@staircasedigital.com. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, Carson. Up next is Colin.
Hi, my name is Colin Phillips. I have a mobile app that's out on the App Store and the Play Store. It's called iYiYi. It's a digital name tag app that tracks users within 150 feet and shows their social media. So if you walk in a nightclub, you can just pull up everyone's social media instantly. If you go to like a networking event, a business event, you can just pull up everyone's social media, because it's hard to like talk to everyone. If you go somewhere, if there's 100 people in a room, you can't talk to everyone. You'll probably end up talking to 10, but there's a bunch of people you could have talked to. So it makes it easy for like Instagram models. They can just walk through the mall and just get followers. So it's only 150 feet. So there's no like random people showing up. It's just only people that are in the room with you. So to monetize it, we're going to have a marketplace called the Bodega, and it's only going to have like local sellers with same day delivery. There's no shipping. So it's going to compete with Amazon, but it's also going to have like services like personal training. You can have like tennis tutor or like tutoring for your kid or something, and there's no shipping. It's only same day delivery. So it's gonna be like Postmates but with local sellers. So like if you had like a gift shop that was like you wanted to buy a I Love Las Vegas shirt, so that's like a hyper local product. So if you buy that online now, it's going to take like 2 days to get to you, and you don't really even know if it's from Las Vegas. So a seller like from a gift shop could just post and sell local items. And then to handle deliveries, we're going to have like a separate delivery app that's going to employ drivers kind of like Uber. And then to promote it, I was going to run ads on Snapchat and YouTube, and I was going to hire a videographer and get some models to like have tutorials on like how to use the app. So that's it. My information's in the chat, and the app is called iYiYi.
Great, thanks so much. Up next is Mila.
Hey everyone, and thanks, Mark. I'm Mila, co-founder and co-CEO of Amity. Amity is a fintech startup, and we're shaking things up in the world of private investments. Well, I know that many of you enjoy being angel investors. You like to support innovations, but not everyone is the same. Many people who have the capital will not have the time or expertise to do anything of that kind. They would trust their brokers to advise them something, and typically financial institutions do nothing in this regard. And this is where we come in. We provide a ready to sell VC and private equity product to financial institutions, which they can distribute to their clients, to the millions of their clients. Our track record is excellent, and we're very confident that we have created an excellent product. It includes full-scale due diligence, white label materials, data rooms, and so on. And what's even more important, that we open the whole new universe of funding for VCs, startups, and even early investors. You don't have to wait until the exit anymore, because you can do it via platform. What we're looking for, most of all, is the great distribution partners. We're in fundraising mode, but we are coping with that more or less fine. But we're looking for crazy smart people to join us as an advisory board. And we believe that this is a huge total addressable market of billions of dollars in potential transactions, millions of happy clients. And I will be very happy to get in contact with everyone. I will leave my details in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Mila. Up next is Andrea.
Okay, hello everyone. How many video on demand subscriptions do you have? US users have an average of 4 VOD subscriptions. Audiences across the world are reaching their spending limit and acceptance on VOD subscriptions. So the film industry needs a new distribution model and monetization model. The solution is Woku, a social network for VOD that provides film distributors with an organic audience reach, free targeted promotion, revenue generation opportunities, data analytics, collaboration prospects, and community engagement. By leveraging these features, distributors can effectively connect with their audiences, increase revenue, and grow their presence on the VOD market. Our KPI proof that we are on the right track. We have 91,000 registered users, and we reached 10 cents user acquisition costs. That is more than 100 new users for what Disney spends to get just one. We have over 1,000 films already live and thousands more under contract. We have no content acquisition costs up front, and we have several major new partnerships in negotiations and exploring additional B2B opportunities. We use a sharing revenue ad-based business model. The VOD market is dominated by big subscription services like Netflix and such, and even the free services are owned by the big ones. So the content choice is limited and fragmented. There is no ad aggregator, and it becomes increasingly frustrating and costly for people to get the movies they love. Many majors like Lionsgate, Sony, Wild Bunch, and so on, such don't have their own distribution, digital distribution, and will need a way to distribute globally. We are already global. We're raising $1 million to accelerate our growth.
Great pitch. Come back and share more next time. Up next is Lauren.
Thank you, Mark, for this opportunity to present. Now, many of you may not be aware, but health inequities amounted to $320 billion in unnecessary healthcare spending and preventable deaths last year. Now, that number is projected to reach $1 trillion by 2040. Now, if that wasn't bad enough, healthcare staffing shortages are projected to reach 3.2 million by 2026. And all of this signifies that we are in a public health crisis within the US that disproportionately impacts vulnerable communities. Hi, my name is Dr. Lauren Vivian, and I am the CEO and co-founder of We Pair Health, a talent marketplace that is connecting healthcare organizations to qualified community health workers. Now, community health workers are neither doctors or nurses, but are lay healthcare professionals who are experts in fostering cultural competency and trust, which helped me when I was a medical student on a fixed budget in need of support following a very traumatic birthing experience. Now, currently, we compete in the growing healthcare staffing and recruiting market, which last year reached $22.6 billion. And we are similar to companies such as Impact and Waymark, but we differ in that we are building a supportive community for community health workers that goes beyond recruitment and assists with career development and retention. Now, we are a team of 3 individuals with a combined professional experience that spans over 75 plus years in clinical care and public health. And currently, we are seeking a mission-driven and tech and software developer advisors who are familiar with marketplace apps and healthcare compliance, assistance with team building, prototype development, as well as information on grants, pitch competitions, and alternative funding. Now, quickly, I'd like to shift gears and do a quick plug for David Hansen's group session. He's a part of Venture Starters, and it's for early stage startup founders in need of expert guidance and peer support to successfully launch or scale their business.
That was very nice of you to pitch David. I love that. All right, up next is Douglas.
Good afternoon, good morning, and good night. I am Douglas Andrews, co-founder and executive chair of Double Wing Health and Beauty, coming to you from London in the UK. I've worked in global healthcare markets for over 40 years, initially as an executive of a major American pharma multinational. I subsequently founded 4 firms which have integrated pharma and medtech markets between Asia and Europe. Since 2009, my Chinese co-founder and I have brought China-manufactured generic medicines and medical devices onto European markets. Double Wing is currently launching its tech-enabled omni-channel marketplace platform for foreign cosmetic and personal care products in the $70 billion Chinese market. We have a wholly owned subsidiary in Shanghai, an expert local commercial team with decades of collective experience in FMCG marketing and e-commerce, and an exclusive supply agreement for China with the Italian market leader in colored cosmetics and functional skincare products. We plan to bring on additional suppliers and expand to other Asian markets beginning next year. We are simultaneously launching our Series A round, looking for $4 million this year and $6 million in 2024. We plan to achieve sales of more than $60 million by 2027 and EBIT of $8 million in the same year. We are offering 40% of common equity for an investment of $4 million this year. For the benefit of UK-based investors, we have received advance assurance of EIS from HMRC. The company's founders and a number of high net worth individuals have so far invested $800,000 in the company. We are planning for an IPO in 2027 in the UK or the US, depending on market conditions, and we expect the company to be valued between $100 and $120 million. You can reach me at my coordinates, which are in the chat, or through our website, www.dwhab.com. I look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you, Douglas. I don't think there's anywhere else in the world that you can see more pitches so quickly than right here at Venture Starters. And already we're off to an amazing start, hearing so many great ideas of business. Up next is Christopher. You're on mute, Christopher.
Sorry.
There we go.
Hello, how you guys doing?
Wait, hold on a second. We've got some background noise. Let me mute everybody and we'll start over again. And Christopher, you're gonna have to unmute. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Chris Pullen. I'm one of 3 members looking to acquire a family-owned wine distribution and sales organization. The family business was founded in 2009. It's currently profitable, and it was intentionally kept small by the founder. We are looking to, it represents 13 wine brands across the US market with no spirits brands currently in their portfolio. It has 25 senior level sales professionals, all commission-based. It has 48 distributors already across 33 states with full compliance on the wine side. The revenues are based on monthly service fees and sales commissions. And it's a total $166 billion total addressable market. We are looking to raise $1.5 million in order to purchase the company and add additional staff. We already have agreements with several brands to come on board once we get this acquisition completed. Of those brands, 4 of them are spirits-based. We're looking to use some of the money to hire staff as well as register for all the spirits licenses. The spirits licenses has a much higher ROI, and we already have plenty of experience with that. The other 2 members besides myself, I am a finance executive, primarily from the hedge fund industry, but now in the wine and spirits business. Our other 2 partners, one is a 35-year-old veteran in the sales of US wine and spirits. And the last one is a global business director with investors and suppliers throughout the world. He's visited over 80 countries with a Rolodex quite extensive. So if you have any interest, I'll leave my information in the chat. Thank you very much for giving me this time.
Thanks, Chris. Up next is Ben.
Hey, everybody. And thanks to Mark for hosting this. I pitched on here about 3-4 weeks ago. It was a really helpful experience. I've met some really interesting folks through here. Dan Purdy in particular and a couple others have been very helpful. Now, not to take up unnecessary time. I am president and co-founder of a company called Fluid Power Systems. That's spelled FLOOID, and we're a registered B Corporation out of Massachusetts. And we've developed 2 important new technologies that are associated, were developed in tandem, but have separate values. One is a high efficiency HVAC system that is currently being proven and tested. It reduces electricity consumption by 60 to 75% and can be applied to residential and largest commercial and industrial systems. It performs efficiently across the range of temperatures from -20 degrees Fahrenheit on up to 140 degrees. So it heats and cools. It's a 4-season system. It was also developed in tandem with our solar thermal electric generation system, which is a new way of capturing and converting sun energy from the sun into electricity. This is not PV. We were founded with $1.5 million in founder funding, myself and my business partner, who's the investor. We will be revenue positive from licensing likely within 4 to 6 months, but we are interested in investment via convertible note as a bridge finance for the next several months. And so if you're interested, I'm happy to sort of bore you with the details of the technology and company, but we have a very bright trajectory ahead of us. And if you're interested, I'm going to leave my details in the chat. In the meantime, thank you very much for your time, and I do appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you, Ben. Up next is Gloria.
And one final quick thing. I may not see everybody's pitch because fortunately I do have to run off and grab a check from an investor. We're getting a lot of interest from the HVAC installer sort of cadre. They come and they see our prototype in action and they can't believe what we're doing. So that's my final statement, and thanks for your time. Have a good day.
Thanks, Ben. Okay, Gloria, you're up next.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I think we've all benefited from cleaning. I am Gloria Opong, co-founder and CEO of Cleanster. We are the #1 booking platform for efficient cleaning expertise for property owners and short-term rentals. If you've ever stayed in a vacation rental in Austin or Dallas, we've probably cleaned the place before. Our vision is really to be the #1 cleaning platform for all Airbnb hosts, which has about $105 billion market cap. There are 3 million Airbnb hosts with 7 million listings. The average property is cleaned 3 times a week. We are generating currently $138,000 monthly revenue. We have 65,000 cleaners in 5 cities, and we have 12,000 clients. Currently, we are raising $2 million to jump our revenue to 15 million annual revenue and open in 10 other cities where vacation rental occupancy is very, very high to solidify and acquire more partnerships, property, and also hire more engineers on our team. There was an article recently that stated that Airbnb generated about $830 million of cleaning only in the span of 12 months. We are making that giant leap to connect with many property manager software. Currently, we have partnered with 15 property managers partnerships, which is Guesty, Hospitable, HostAway, to push these demands to our cleaners on our platform. Our management team includes myself. We've exited one company and pivoted AceBuy into Cleanster with more than 70 years of experience in the cleaning industry. My co-founder and CFO has 15 years of experience in finance and the product development. Our CTO has been with us for 7 years. We previously started one company and we exited that successfully. If you share a common interest in making all vacation rentals spark and clean, reach out to me. I'll leave my info in the chat. I'm Gloria Pong, co-founder and CEO of Cleanster. Thank you.
Gloria, I love the energy you bring. You are an example of what I'd like to see all of our founders do when they come and pitch, with a big smile and a lot of energy. Walter,
thank you.
Before you start, I just want to see if I can get this in the chat here. Oh, I can't. Okay, if one of my assistants can put in again next week's event, the link to the event, while you're all enjoying and watching all these founders pitch, if you would please click on the event for next week. Accept that you're going to attend. More importantly, please invite up to 1,000 of your first connections, which LinkedIn encourages you to do, so that we can get more people to come. Just randomly pick your first connections. Don't cherry pick. It's easier just to randomly pick as many as you can. It helps us grow the community. That's how we can afford to do this event for free, is you will help me with the promotion. Enough of that. We're going to move on. Up next is Walter.
Thank you, Mark. And ventures, your invention of venture startups is one most wonderful forum I've ever been in. Hi, I'm Walter Moss. I'm founder and CEO of Lab Habitat. I've got an amazing opportunity for all of you. Take your enterprise to the next level in a unique environment. Imagine living, working, and having fun while manufacturing products and services in a community that grows materials, foods, and medicines. Lab Habitat is focused on creating sustainable solutions that benefit the environment and our communities. while transforming empty buildings into urban gardens and utilizing smart modular walls for versatile spaces and advanced technologies today. At Lab Habitat, we give our organic and contributing model to entrepreneurs. We will be offering concierge services in finance, investments, legal, marketing, technology, and more. Everything you need to build or improve a successful enterprise. Let's evolve together. Get involved with Lab Habitat. We have already an announcement to do from my networking. We will be starting with our first building in Phoenix, Arizona, and we are already securing a business relationship with a manufacturer of modular walls to create these versatile spaces. My invitation goes to every single professional entrepreneur to become members and collaborators. The community, imagine being in a community that shares the resources, the machinery, the equipment, and everything. For the investors that we're looking for is to build a large fund to satisfy the needs of all these new ventures. There will be more, and I will be making more announcements hopefully next week. Thank you. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Walter. Up next is Ilac.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ilac. I'm the founder of the smart restaurant startup Bubbles and Cafe. Bubbles and Cafe is my new food tech, deep tech startup. I do have a smart restaurant patent pending. Our Bubbles and Cafe AI smart restaurant is solving the problem of inefficiency and inconsistency in the food service industry by incorporating AI technology. Our restaurant streamlines the ordering process, reduces wait times, and ensures consistent quality of food and service. This enhances the overall dining experience for customers and increases operational efficiency for the business. So what do we solve? We solve contactless service, streamlined ordering, operational efficiency, customer convenience, food safety, automated preparation, mobile ordering, AI optimization, payment flexibility, seamless experience. I am also the founder of Curious and Connected, a nonprofit focused on research and development in various disciplines, from quantum technologies to robotics and AGI and AI. So currently I'm in a very early stage of fundraising. I'm looking to connect with angel investors. And yeah, so that's it. That's about my pitch for today.
Okay, great. All right, up next is Craig.
Hey, Mark.
We can hear you.
Okay. All right, you can hear me. Great. Hi, I'm Craig Nagasugi, and I'm a 30-year tech industry owner and executive involving both hardware and software development and sales, with EBITDAs ranging from $2 to $7 million. Now, I'm currently the president and COO of View Dynamics, a cybersecurity company based in the Bay Area. Now, everyone uses login processes in your personal and business lives, and some of you might have been hacked. Now, malicious foreign actors are becoming a greater threat to our corporate and government entities, and this includes all of their internal users as well as their valuable client data. Now, approximately 80% of all hacks and ransomware attacks are from stolen passwords. Now, you might be familiar with the recent FBI hacks, the Russian-targeted Brookhaven, Argonne, Lawrence Livermore lab attacks, or even the Colonial Pipeline ransomware hack. Now, recently, the San Bernardino County sheriffs had their field computer systems hacked, which prevented officers from querying potential suspects, and that's a real-life danger. Now, most of these attacks were based on stolen passwords. UDynamics offers a dynamic user authentication service that will provide best-in-service protection and disrupt the authentication world by creating a single-use and then destroy password platform. Now, we utilize multiple variables to have users create their single-use passwords. Once they log in and we authenticate them, and if approved, they're allowed to enter their systems, and the password is then vaporized, never to be used again. There's no logs or storage of passwords that are utilized. Our technology is patented in the United States and India, and we're seeking a partner who understands the importance of next-level authentication processes to help us accelerate our growth and exposure to our target corporate and government world. Now, I thank you for your time, and consideration.
Thanks, Craig. Up
Yep.
next is Shirak.
Hi everyone. I'm Shirak, the founder of Saria. So a couple of years ago, I was playing with a market called print on demand. Originally, what print on demand allows the customer is to pick a fashion silhouette and customize it. Problem with that, though, is that the platform will ask you to create a design or provide a design to customize that shirt or product you're buying. That gave me the idea of automating print design for fashion. So what we do, we're developing an image generating model for the vertical of pattern print designs, mainly automating the process for customers by allowing them to select parameters, hit generate for the AI to create a custom design. Why do we do this? Mainly a single print design on average costs 400 USD for the license of it, because the design process takes up to 8 hours. Mainly, we automate that design process, doing it in 10 seconds and reducing cost by 80%. We service designers, businesses, and consumers, going for a SaaS model first, mainly generating and selling 2D assets, allowing people who are launching product lines to create their products. And then we're going B2B2C, mainly integrating our technology to other platforms to allow them to generate prints for customers. We are raising pre-seed 1.1 USD. Everything is bootstrapped, 3 co-founders, onboarding a 4th co-founder. We're looking for LOIs and pre-sales. So we're pre-revenue. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for your time, Mark. Thank you for hosting.
Thank you. Up next is James.
Hi, everyone. My name is James. It's a pleasure to meet you, and I run a company.
Hold on, different James. By the way, you'll see where you are in the queue. If you open up the participant page, it'll show the order of who's raised their hands. The next is James Pritchett. Sorry, just because I know we have more than one James.
Yes, no worries. Common name.
And okay, James Pritchett, you're up
Pritchett,
next. There you go. All right.
Yeah, I heard a different voice. So I was like, okay. Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, hey guys. Hey everyone, my name is James Pritchett. I'm the founder and creator of the Internet. I'm sort of a safety net, and I hold 2 patents for a safety product that I invented called the Doorbell Boa. Although the Internet has been one of the most revolutionary and successful mediums of communication in the history of the world, it has also opened up new wormholes and challenges. And if you're one of the 50 million US parents like me, or 800 million worldwide, with your kids who are preparing for their lives in our digital world and exploring the daunting internet for the first time, then you understand where I'm coming from. The internet wants to help parents prepare their kids for this potentially overwhelming experience. The internet is a media franchise that produces internet safety products for kids. Our brand focuses on the tiny ant and having their world turned upside down by having access to the human's internet. That's where a small world meets big data. The first product in our line will be a series of interactive picture books. The first 2 books in the series are almost ready for print and will be available on Amazon by the end of this month. Our books work in tandem with our kids' safe practice search engine called the Internet. We have big box retailers in mind and some amazing products, future products. I'm in talks with the same media partner who helped propel my last invention to become a top seller on Amazon. And they have the ability to expose this brand to over 100 major media markets rapidly. I'm just in need of immediate financial backing to help creatively separate the internet from others in this space. If you're interested, please contact me. I can share samples and the pitch deck. In the end, I'd love for the internet to be mentioned in the same sentence as other multi-billion-dollar media franchises. Thanks for your time. I'd love to talk with you more.
All right, thanks, James. Up next is Gary.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gary Johnson. I'm the co-founder and CEO of the Harlem Rocket. We're in the entertainment business, so get ready to be entertained. Our goal is simple: to offer an enjoyable, culturally and historically significant maritime tourism experience to the fastest growing demographics in the United States, utilizing our unique blend of cultural awareness, marketing expertise, and cutting edge technology. Our experiences utilize an integrated suite of drones, cloud storage, and augmented reality with maritime tourism platforms to allow customers to memorialize curated experiences they will recall for a lifetime. The Harlem Rocket is a high cash flow, low overhead pilot venture scheduled to launch in New York City this summer with our 90-passenger high-speed sightseeing boat, which launches from the shipyard at the end of this month. We initially seek to attract 70,000 annual customers from a customer base of over 50 million, or less than 0.2% of the possible market. We're fortunate to be represented pro bono by one of the largest US law firms, Winston & Strawn, as we seek to complete the second half of a $1.2 million convertible note for a 30% stake in the venture. Our venture and wider plans have been featured in a multitude of publications, including Marine Log, New York Business Journal, Black Enterprise, and Patch Magazine, as well as on local TV news in New York. Our plan is to create a scalable and sustainable national brand with future operations in multiple US cities and the Caribbean, and to enter marketing agreements with the largest sector in the hospitality industry, which is the domestic and international cruise and sightseeing sector. This sector has not been able to attract the growing demographics in the United States, which is the minority demographic, as they've been only able to penetrate 4% of that demographic. We have already had meetings with Carnival Corporation and America Cruise Line. Follow us on Instagram at Harlem Rocket.
Thanks, Gary. Up next is Christine.
Me, Christine?
Yep.
Mark, can you hear me?
Yes.
It's not 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, hold on, Christine. I'm just gonna
Are you there?
I'm gonna mute everybody, and then you're gonna have to unmute again. Sorry about that. So up next, Christin Dudaj. I'm probably not pronouncing your last name right. There you go. Okay.
It's Dudaj, but thank you very much. So I am Christin Dudaj. I am the creator and founder of Sped Connect. I created a solution for myself that I wanted to turn around and assist 10 million other families that are also navigating raising a child with special needs and the special education system. Not an easy feat. We have built a platform that is exactly that, an education and life management platform that is subscription-based for parents to handheld them through diagnosis all the way through transition. There's over 7.5 million students with IEPs and over 10 million parents navigating this. We will actually have a whole containment system for parents. It's education, organization, community, and providers. We are seeking up to $500,000 in this round that will complete beta and bring us to launch. If you'd like to know more about our exciting platform and resources, this is not just a noble cause, but a projected revenue beast. We'd love to speak to you. Christine at spedconnect.io is my email, and I'm also on LinkedIn as well.
Perfect pitch, short, sweet, and to the point. So appreciate it. Up next is Kevin.
Hey everyone, my name is Kevin Famigia, and I'm the co-founder and president of Bridge Labs. I've been building tech products for over the past 8 years, and often, like most founders, we a lot of times leverage offshore teams. And that comes with a lot of headaches. I know a lot of you have experienced the time zone struggles, sometimes the cultural differences, and how that impacts real-time collaboration and business continuity. So I thought to myself that how come no one is outsourcing to Africa? Africa is time zone compatible to the United States. So we spent over the past 2 years building out our entire operations, and we white label all of the HR compliance. We are compliant in over 45 countries. And we only focus on mid to senior level software engineers and data scientists. And this is why we are different than most platforms, because we care about quality more than quantity. We spend over 6 hours of vetting, not only assessing the technical skills, but are they reliable? Nothing irks more than not having a reliable developer or data scientist. And then we also make sure that we work on your business hours. So we are raising a seed round of 500,000. We are currently looking for individuals that have expertise in corporate strategy. And then we'll also like to join our team to embark this new adventure of offshore hiring. So once again, I will drop my contact information in the chat, and I appreciate y'all time.
Thank you. Up next is Marteza.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
I think I was having a little bit of technical issues here on this side. Imagine for a moment that you're craving a delightful evening at a restaurant. You have a particular vision in mind, a place with a full bar serving mouth-watering fish and chips, offering a kids menu, all while boasting a stunning view and being conveniently located near shopping. In vast expanse of the digital realm, your journey begins as you turn to a major search engine. But what greets you in there is countless entries, each requiring you to painstakingly click through multiple websites, hoping to stumble upon the perfect match. Hours pass in frustrating mounts as you navigate a labyrinth of sponsored links and irrelevant information. Your desire for a simple, efficient solution grows stronger. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Telly, the revolutionary platform that shatters the limitations imposed by major search engines. At Telly, we believe in empowering individuals and businesses alike, providing them with the freedom and flexibility to showcase their offerings without exorbitant fees and frustrating barriers. Imagine a world where businesses can build their own web pages effortlessly, post, click through banners, and update their information in real time. This level of control and autonomy is unheard of in this digital landscape, dominated by the giants. While they demand substantial fees and perform those tasks on behalf of businesses, Telly disrupts the status quo, placing the power back into the hands of those who deserve it the most. I think I'm out of time and I didn't prepare this right. I will post my information in the chat, so reach out if interested. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks so much. By the way, if you look in the chat, the How to Connect with Mark November pitch that just was posted, the very first link is to the Venture Starters Network, which Eric Harris is doing a spectacular job at putting together. There's going to be an after party. If you're all invited, it starts at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern today. So if you'd like to join our networking experience, whether it's for the party or just to be active, to reach out to others in the community, please join. That's the link. Also a reminder, sign up for next week's event and invite your first connections. We're going to move on. Next up is Jade.
Hello, can you hear me and see me?
Yes.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Mark. My name is Jade Miller and I am the co-founder and CPO at Align Social. The current model of social media platforms depend on holding the attention of the user to sell ads. And we all know that social media has become extremely limited in the content that it promotes, the communication it discourages, and the games of forced engagement. So WellTech is a technology that we utilize at Align Social. And that's really what I want to talk about today because it's a turnkey solution. It's a humane AI for curating human interactions. Large language models are trained to understand human language, not to prioritize wellness and mental health of their participants. So we take trained human graders, experts in their field, and combine it with a wellness index to create this continuous feedback loop to spot deviations and fine tune the model. As you can imagine, this does take a lot of investment, which is exactly what we're looking for. Again, I want to state that this is a repeatable process and it can be cloned in a variety of businesses. Our team has worked on highly scalable intelligent systems for Microsoft and Facebook. So we have the team ready to go. We are bootstrapping as we speak. We need investors. We need people with platforms that can utilize WellTech. We even need people for our beta team, which is collecting for Align Social. So I'm talking about two different things kind of here. Align Social, that information will be in the chat, as well as WellTech, which is a technology for AI that we use on Align Social. Thank you for your time. All the information will be in the chat.
Thanks, Jade. Up next is Ernest. Ernest, electric motorcycles.
Hey everybody, I'm Ernest Ike. I'm inventor of Shandoka Motorcycles adapter. You can see it here behind me. Our adapter makes it possible to convert existing motorcycles from gas to electric, and it does it in a safe way that keeps the rider, emergency personnel, and other people around you safe. It's also applicable not just for the $11 billion US market, but also the $120 billion international market. In a lot of developing communities and countries, that's where you see the motorcycle used the most. It's your last mile delivery. In many cases, it's actually part of a dowry for people because that helps make sure that you're able to get to market, get to work, etc. So whether you're looking for a cleaner way for yourself to get around and you want an electric motorcycle that's really powerful and fun, or if you're looking to invest into clean technology or even health tech, come and talk to us here at Shandoka. What a lot of people don't realize is that the best way to affect the personal health of people around the globe is to cut out our emissions. And so anything that reduces emissions directly is probably a better investment of your healthcare technology dollars than a lot of other things that you could be considering. Look beyond just the normal niche that you want to invest in if you want to make a change in the world around you, and consider some really creative aspects like Shandoka and a lot of the other climate technology focused things that you're hearing about, not just on this pitch, but anywhere else that you're looking. I also think that it's really cool that on this platform, I see a lot of folks that I'm already connected to on LinkedIn here in the feed and in the grid. It's really awesome to see so many great ideas presented. And I want to remind people that are thinking about pitching your idea to just go ahead and start doing it. Like, it was 13 years ago that I had the idea for this. It was before the market was even ready. But by preparing myself and getting all the aspects of my business figured out before the market was ready, I'm ready when the market is. And that's some good advice for any inventor or any investor. Have a great day, everybody.
And that is good advice, and I appreciate that you shared it. Up next is Duncan. Duncan Burns.
I'm unmuting and I'm trying to get off of the and my camera is not showing for some reason. My host has disabled my video.
Okay, then maybe you'll come back next week.
Yeah, I'll come back next week, or if I can just scoot a couple back in the line though. I don't know why my video is not coming on.
I don't know, but Duncan, we'll be happy to have you next week. We always enjoy seeing you. Up next is Lalit from India.
Hi, Mark. Again, I am coming. Everyone, to good evening. I am Lalit from India, and CEO of Blue Rest Energy Private Limited. I am working on mercury photosynthesis, decomposition of methane to solve the major problem of facing pollution, carbon emission, climate change, burning of fossil fuels, and rising of temperature in sea levels by producing renewable energy in every field where we need, in every field. And I have a theory, calculations,
Oh no, we lost his feed. Okay, well, I'm sorry he waited so long from India and that feed didn't hold. Up next is Volha.
Hi, all right. My name is Volha, and I'm a co-founder of AJAW mobile app that uses AI to help you find friends and partners. So the idea stemmed from personal experience and research, of course. Frequent relocations have increased the loneliness, while studies predict a continued rise in the number of people moving, right? So moreover, people today are more closed in and reluctant to, engage with strangers. So we conducted interviews to identify needs and decided to create a product that would fulfill those needs. And this is how AJAW appeared. So basically, this is the app that so let me tell you how it works, right? So user provides information about themselves, and then AI highlights key interests and identifies their archetype. So user can find a dialogue partner on the map, so nearby, or choose one from the AI recommendations. Then mutual choice leads to chatting and live meetings, and algorithm suggests suitable meeting places and convenient time slots. So moreover, the app showcases local community events to engage people into local life. Our target segment are young adults aged to 20 to 35 years. And only in Europe, we can have approximately 2.8 million of potential clients. So within 2 weeks, we have conducted another research, and within 2 weeks, we managed to get more than 8,000 unique users to check our landing, which showcases huge interest to such projects in society. We've invested all our knowledge and effort to it. We have a ready-made design, and we are seeking to raise 250K for development, employee salaries, advertising, and promotion. So I invite you to reach out in chat to discuss cooperation if you're interested. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Up next is David.
Hello, thank you, Mark, for setting this up. Hello, good morning, everybody. My name is David. I'm a full-time founder at Dash. We're currently a pre-seed, pre-revenue startup. I provide services to 24 funeral businesses in the Los Angeles area for creating memories for people. But ultimately, where we want to end up is a mobile app on Apple's Vision Pro platform so that we can experience our loved ones in heaven. And heaven is an acronym for holographic engagement, artificial intelligence, virtual reality experience, nanotechnology, or NFT. And of course, we're looking for tons of money in exchange for equity. Let's chat, let's talk. Would love to connect. Thank you very much.
Thanks, David. Up next is Brett.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you putting this together. My name is Brett Porter. I'm the CEO and founder of Crest Surf Clubs, the world's first developer of membership-driven surf venues. Surfing is one of the most aspirational sports in the world. However, it is one of the most frustrating and least convenient due to the reliance on nature to provide quality, consistent, and safe conditions. Crest Surf Clubs changes that by providing our members with their perfect wave when they want it, surrounded by a community of like-minded surf enthusiasts with everything they could need for an unforgettable surfing experience all in one place. Our facilities will be high-end social clubs with a variety of on-site amenities and a large wave pool that will provide a world-class surfing experience. Think Soho House for surfers. With the proprietary wave-generating technology, below industry average expenses, and a niche wealthy customer demographic, Crest is positioned to be cash flow positive on day one of operations and the first rapidly scalable business model in the emerging surf park industry that will not require any additional outside equity investment once our Series A is completed. Our team is led by myself and my father, who are both lifelong surfers and successful entrepreneurs, and is made up of industry experts from across the globe who bring over 20 years of combined industry experience working with some of the top players in the surf park industry. Our first facility, Crest, New York, is currently under construction on Long Island, New York, and we are seeking strategic partners to help us achieve our vision of a Crest Surf Club in every major city across the U.S. Since our official launch in the fall of 2022, our team has sold over 25% of our available memberships across New York, surpassing our projected break-even point in just a few short months, and we're still a ways away from opening. Currently, our membership waitlist is over 5,000 people, and we're projected to be sold out before the end of the year, with just a hole in the ground and some renderings at this point. I'd love to speak with anybody who's interested regarding our strategic partnership opportunities, and thank you all.
Okay, thanks, Brett. And we had a little bit of problem with the clock, but hopefully we've solved that. Also, for those of you who had issues turning your video on, I think we solved that technical problem. With so many people today, we ran into a few little bugs here or there. Up next is Ryan.
Thanks, Mark. I'm Ryan Gerardo, co-founder and CEO of Cerebro Sports. To put it simply, at Cerebro, we tell you who is good at basketball for basketball players at all levels globally. Cerebro is a platform that dramatically improves the basketball player, talent evaluator, and other stakeholder outcomes by putting a universal shared database at the center of the sports ecosystem with an emphasis on recruiting. We take what was once completely unfair and subjective and make it transparent and objective. We're currently used by over 50 college programs, NBA teams, top agencies, and the US Men's Olympic team to make basketball decisions. On top of that, one college program actually attempted to buy all the licenses for their conference because it was such a competitive advantage, and others have become investors, including Mark Cuban and two current NBA head coaches. But let's double click a little bit on the problem. How painful is it? We're solving the problem of player invisibility. It hurts decision makers because they miss out on the right talent. Of the last 1,250 players drafted in the NBA, 64% of them were not on these high school top 100 lists. But it hurts players even more because they waste thousands of dollars and countless hours only to not get what they deserve. We put all of this data, we track all of these players and put all their data into the single database currently featuring over 500,000 players. And while this may seem niche, there are 450 million basketball players in the world and only 450 jobs in the NBA. Also, countless fans that can't even get their search engines to answer, how good is my team's draft pick this year? What are they good at? Cerebro is currently firmly in the lead on answering these questions for the basketball world's elite decision makers, and we're now poised to democratize basketball everywhere. Our next move is to launch our parent player solution, priced at $25 per month. We're currently raising a safe round of $750,000, and I'd love to tell you more if you're interested.
Sounds great. Thanks, Ryan. Up next is Thomas. You're on mute, Thomas. There we go.
Yeah, okay.
That was strange. You have two devices on?
No.
We may have to have you.
Okay.
There you go. Better.
All right. Yeah. Hello. I'm Thomas Haung, serial entrepreneur and CEO founder of 6 companies. And I've been on this platform several times, and I've shared some of my experiences and knowledge for startups. So today I'd like to talk about advisors. Advisors could be very, very helpful for a startup success. However, when a startup is looking at bringing on board an advisor, I would like for the entrepreneur to consider 3 factors. 1, qualification. 2, availability. And 3, compensation. So first, let's talk about qualification. The qualifications that could be very helpful to a startup. 1 would be a technologist who could help verify the company's technology or could advise in the development of technology. 2, someone who has business connections with the potential customers or business partners who can provide warm introduction.
15 messages. Wow.
Well, hold on a second. I'm gonna mute and then you're gonna have to come back in, Thomas. Sorry about that. We had some microphone that popped open. Go, if you can unmute again, Thomas, then you can finish. My apologies. There we go.
Okay, so when recruiting for advisors, consider 3 factors: qualification, availability, and compensation. So first, the qualifications that could be very helpful to a startup One would be a technologist who could help verify the company's technology or could advise on the company's technology development. Two, someone who has business connections with potential customers who could provide warm introductions to business partners, distributors, and other sales channels. Three, someone who has business connections in the financial community who may be able to introduce to VCs, angel investors, and sometimes an angel investor could be a good advisor. Second factor is to consider availability. A good advisor should be willing and able to provide 2 to 3 hours of help to the startup. And if the advisor is not that available or is not willing, then that's not a good choice. Third is compensation. Advisors could be very helpful to the company, but the advisors should also be compensated. So typically, compensation could be half of 1%, stock option spread over 4 years. So if the advisor does not have the qualification, is not available, then that's not a good choice. And if the company is not willing to give sufficient stocks to the advisor, then it's not going to be a win-win situation. So again, look for my name, Thomas Haung, in chat. And if you like some help in building a successful startup, please contact me. Thank you.
Thanks, Thomas. And I just want to, can you mute Thomas because we have some sort of feedback loop there. I just want to say that Thomas is one of the wisest people that comes to our events, and he shares a lot of great information. And if you'd like to be mentored, he'd be a great place to start. Also, I hope you can meet Thomas on our Venture Starters Network, which Eric is setting up, and for more time to understand all of his wisdom. Thank you, Thomas. Up next is Jay.
Hey, I'm Jay Fraser. I am co-founder and leader of a very experienced team that's commercializing an inorganic liquid electrolyte for lithium-ion batteries. Basically, we believe it's the electrolyte, the carbon-based electrolytes, that are holding back the industry from being able to achieve high energy density, longevity of life, and safety. Our material is inorganic. It doesn't burn. It doesn't catch fire. It doesn't degrade over time because of the heat. And because it's inorganic, it also enables high energy electrodes to achieve their high voltage opportunities. We today passed $700,000 in revenue for the year. We are profitable. We're a team of 6 people about to grow to 7. And we are currently performing on 3 contracts from the Air Force Ventures, AFWorks. And we have already demonstrated the capability of our material to allow lithium metal anodes to perform quite well. In fact, we've beaten baseline at extended cycles a number of times already. So we are expanding. We're currently starting testing with 3 major companies around the world. And we are currently raising $5 million to leverage our current traction and where we are moving forward. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Jay. By the way, I've looked at Jay's company and it's really interesting. You investors that like this space should absolutely be talking to Jay. Up next is Zane. We lost Zane. That was quick. Up next is Stephanie. I don't know what happened with Zane there, but
all right, I'll start. Thank you, Mark, for having me here. Hi, everyone. I'm Stephanie Lindstrom with Rejuvenation Technologies, and I help lead the business development side. With a growing aging population and decline in birth rate, the need to improve health span has become more relevant. We're a venture-backed, preclinical stage biotech company utilizing stem cell therapies to address aging and age-related diseases. Telomeres are the most fundamental aging clock, and when they become critically short, it can lead to age-related decline, disease, and dysfunction. 3 out of 4 Americans, 65 years and older, suffer from one or more disease exacerbated by short telomeres. And the cost of treatment in the US alone is over $850 billion per year. What we have developed is a novel drug that uses the same mechanism as stem cells use to reverse years of telomere shortening with a single dose. It's precise, fast-acting, and transient. We've made substantial progress in presenting the current investment opportunity to those investors that are interested. The science by Rejuvenation Technologies has been validated and recommended for funding, totaling $13 million by a peer review panel of scientists from 4 separate government agencies. We just received notice to intent to fund $6 million in grants from NIH and the California government, and we plan to supplement this with investment. We're about to enter IND-enabling studies in a few months for our injected telomerase messenger RNA lipid nanoparticle drug candidates to treat lung and liver indications, so pulmonary fibrosis and liver cirrhosis. Our current round is our seed round, and the opportunity is open. We have a $3 million ask. We've raised half of it already, and on uncapped safe convertible notes with a 20% discount, or a 48 million cap with a 5% discount. We also have an upcoming Series A launch that will be raising 40 million to take both our lead indications to clinic in 2024 and 2025. Thank you.
Thanks, Stephanie. Up next is James. James Hammett.
Oh, it's finally me.
Yeah.
I thought there might be another James. So, hi everyone. Don't worry, I'll make good use of the time. My name is James, CEO of Vistum Labs. What we do at Vistum Labs is we have a neurodiagnostic. We sell to dementia clinics. And the reason we're doing that is because, just like the person before me, aging problems are human problems that we need to solve. And what I've found in my career, I've launched a couple of companies also in the neuroscience space that have been very successful. We found that, well, treatment options are available, but early diagnosis is not. So we have the first brain scan that you can do in clinic. We will be in our first clinics in the US this fall, and we are looking for clinical partners. We're also looking for financial support. We've already closed a round of about $1 million, and we're raising another 2 million just to make sure that our customers are really happy. So our technology is the first brain scan that you can do the same day that the patient walks through the door. And that's critical because that can give you an extra 10 years of opportunity to intervene. Thank you.
I like it. James, I'd like to see your deck if you can arrange to send it to me. Up next is Barbara.
Hi. Can you hear me now, Mark?
Yep.
Okay, good. Hi, everybody. I've been here many times, so much now that I feel at home. I can't miss any more meetings because I miss home too much. I have discovered why people think the way they do, particularly in English, and it looks like in languages across the world because of the way the brain works. There's movement here in the frontal lobe, and then there's numbness in the back and the occipital lobe, but I'm not doing a brain scan course. I'm looking at why you think the way you do. So a few minutes ago, Kurt and Walker and Matt Weeks were discussing AI briefly, and Kurt said, yeah, good luck with that. But ChatGPT was my final boot in the behind to get openly available across the globe, because ChatGPT does not account for the way the mind works with new ideas, not past ones. And I've been working on this for over 20 and 25 years. In 1965, a writer whose name is Mikhail Bongard addressed what AI means. And for me now, after 20 years of working with thousands of people, it means actual intelligence, not artificial intelligence. I have a software program that has 3 errors left in it. And believe it or not, we started with DOS. That's the truth. I can explain this in future meetings, but I want to say today what a linguistics professor said the first sentence in at least 12 to 15 years of education. The first day he said, you know everything you need to know about English because you speak it. So what happens is we have a gap that's been caused by an incorrect matching of grammar from Latin with English, which does not work that way. I'll be specific about what I've developed. My feedback is 100%, 99 to 100% expectation of improved communications. And what tools I have, I've written 20 books, very interesting stories. I just want to say I'm looking forward very much to telling everybody this story.
Thanks, Barbara. Up next is Jason Ortiz.
Oh, great. So I am excited to talk to all of you about Wheel Tug. So what we're looking for is experienced investors, right, and angel investors who likes to fly faster and have planes work faster so you get where you want to, who's environmentally conscious, who wonders whether airlines want to be efficient. This battery-powered outfitting of each plane will turn off the engines during taxi for the entire industry and basically avoid the need for tugging the planes and getting in potential accidents as you move it around. It moves the aircraft 360 so you can on and off board planes with both exits at the same time, reducing the time on the ground. This is an angel investment opportunity, basically that will boost productions before FAA approvals where they're going to be profitable in 15 months. So there is a defined amount of investments right now at 91 million already raised. There's an angel investor that's actually matching all of that and has successfully matched those investments to get to 91 million, and they need 30 more million to basically enter service with FAA approval and then ultimately see revenue within 15 months. So this is a special opportunity that after this week, or potentially next, always the ability to expand. But they're anticipating the investment will increase by 20% and the minimum investment will triple. So looking for those folks that have contacts or are interested in investing themselves, I'll put a summary of Wheel Tug and the website in the chat so you can see all of what's interested. I have a Calendly invitation. So if you want to set up a meeting with the CEO to get specifics on that, I can basically give you that history in the chat.
Thanks, Jason. Up next is Gregory DeWitt.
Hi, Mark. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I missed it by one last time, so thank you for getting me in. Okay, so Mark, you said keep it focused. I'm going to stay on our 10 patents. I'm Greg DeWitt. I'm the CEO and co-founder of CloudTrack. We're located in Las Vegas. We come out of the casino industry, the hospitality, and the retail. And like the gentleman, Ernest, I think is his name mentioned earlier, he started 14 years ago. We started 15, 16 maybe. And the intent, I was on the gaming standard and the hotel standards, and we were trying to track guests across property services. We found out we had 50 companies working with us. We couldn't get it done. So we went outside, we created a product called Zero Wait, a service. It's a cloud service, kind of like Uber for retail. And we patented 10 patents in the area of, well, let's call it metaverse or phygital retail. That enable smart glasses to be able to see guests as they're wandering. We have locating technology that can now locate you within a foot. And we have a product called Deliver to Phone to allow people, drinks to be delivered directly to guests without having to stand in lines. So after COVID, we became vogue. We've had 2 million funding to date, 800,000 went towards patents. We have 10 patents, like I said, in the US. We have about 20 plus internationally. We have a POC we're working on. Right now, we're looking for series funding. This is probably not the venue for that, but we do have an opportunity because we had a couple of our investors pass on, unfortunately. And we have an opportunity for a $500,000 seed fund for a POC we're working on. So I'm gonna put my information in here. If anyone's interested, reach out to me on LinkedIn. Would be happy to talk. Thank you very much.
Please make sure you talk with Kurt Walker, who is Mr. Las Vegas. Up next is Martin.
Okay. Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I have just a few minutes before that 8 p.m. my time here in Switzerland cutoff. So, as I say, my name is Martin Chupa. Please check me out on LinkedIn. You can see my details in the chat. Basically, I am the CEO and founder of Remascope, which is a Delaware corporation We are reorganizing that to be a Swiss organization. We are in the area of AI, in particular with front-end chatbot technology, which gives chain of thought, prompt engineering support, as well as looking for inappropriate responses. So we're in that safety space, which is so relevant and so much in the news with regards to generative AI technology, particularly large language models. What we are looking for, to cut a long story short and to say within the 1 minute that I have left, we are looking for an advisor to help us launch our product in the US market. We are hoping that that individual can help us with some of the investment funding necessary for a successful high-powered launch. The first application area of the product is in the healthcare sector. We're looking for that individual to bring some skin in the game by bringing in an early investor. We are closing on an $8 million investment here in Switzerland, which is one of the reasons why we're reorganizing to Switzerland. And so we're in a very positive position, but we need good people to make that launch incredibly successful. Contact me or Arturo Torres, who I also link in the chat. Thank you so much, and I appreciate this opportunity.
Thanks for coming all the way from Switzerland to join us. Up next is Aldo.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, everybody. My company is called Volha, and I am the founder. Now, you would never buy a battery or a product that has batteries in it, that every time you use it, you have to throw the whole thing out. You would probably buy something that has replaceable batteries so you can replace any broken one or all of them. Well, we are in the business of energy storage, not batteries for torches. And we make a key difference between what others do and what we do. And that is that we do modular system. What you're seeing behind me here is actually a pilot site that is a paid pilot site that is 30 kilowatt hours using 26 of our modules. The market is growing at 33% CAGR, expected to be in 2027 worth $15 billion globally. We also extend the life of these batteries through our patented technology, and we are currently launching into the US. We are a Swiss company that has won an award in 2020 for the best startup in Ticino. We have self-funded today with one investor that has invested 100,000. We've also put another 100,000 worth of prizes that we've won around the place. We are very excited. We're at the stage of certification and industrialization of the product. And in July, we will be touring the US, recruiting installers, because our model includes installers, because they were the ones that with us defined the module. They told us that they have a problem with current systems that are 100 kilos. I'm not sure what that is in pounds, but it's a lot of weight. 100 kilos for a system to be installed. Whereas with our unit, they throw a few of these modules in the car. They can attach as many as they need, and it only weighs 20 kilos per module. I shall put more information in the chat. Remember, it's voltwall.com.
Okay, thanks, Aldo. We're going to go till 15 after the hour, and some of you won't make it in the queue today. And for those of you who don't, we're writing down your names as long as you stay in the queue till the end. That way we will have your names available. You'll be able to get in the queue early for next week, but you have to arrive 15 minutes before the event starts so that we can let you in, so you can raise your hand digitally before we let the rest of the crowd in. So, and I apologize for those of you at the very end who we will not be able to accommodate. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
So, yeah, am I on next?
Okay, so Ernest, you are on next.
Thank you very much. Hello, I'm Ernest Kestone, CEO and co-founder, Clear Protocol Incorporated. We have a vital innovation in software as a service for hospitals, clinics, and medical offices. So like you can see the graphic behind me, there is an information bottleneck that impacts all of healthcare. Nurses and doctors, every time they go treat someone, they have to deal with the information that you see on the right. And depending on how quickly they can process and how accurately, then you see the problems that occur on your left. So this impacts all of healthcare. This is a major obstacle and a waste of valuable time. The existing solutions with improvised consumer electronics like iPads, smartphones, and PCs isn't practical for the clinical setting. Clinicians simply don't have the right tool. So the problems you see there on your left, these are not separate problems. They all lead back to the information bottleneck. And this is the insight which led to the concept of Clear Protocol. Clear Protocol runs on electronic wearables, and it will be used to validate treatment protocols contemporaneously. It is hands-free and voice-operated. So if you want to learn more, you can go to our website, clearprotocol.com. And also I left my name on the chat and contact. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Ernest. I'm gonna mute all for 1 second so that in case there's any more background noise. And then Rob Gamal, you're up next, and you'll have to unmute to get started. Thanks.
Thank you, Mark. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm Rob Gamel with iPowerUp. We're transforming power management for smartphones and other devices that people depend on daily. The problem? Battery advancements don't solve our need for more power. Over 55% of phone users consider a dead phone a nightmare. Our solution? A smart case for your phone with battery backup for 2 to 3 days of extra power, free solar-powered charging, a slim case that protects your phone, and a smart app that keeps users informed. And we've done this before. If you can see this, this was the Fusion 1 that we launched in 2019. So why now? The market has matured and users want more power plus phone protection. So your opportunity? The premium mobile accessories market is now worth over $12 billion, and the preparedness segment is at $1.9 billion in the US alone. Speaking of traction, we've sold over 19,000 previous chargers and solar cases. Competition? None for solar cases, just heavy, bulky power packs or banks and solar arrays. And those with solar panels take all day or more to charge. Our founder and team have over 20 years each in innovative product development, manufacturing, marketing, and sales. Our ask? This is a restart, and we're raising $150,000 in pre-seed capital for prototyping and a crowdfunding campaign. Investors will get a 30% discount on a convertible note, and this offer expires in 2 weeks. So this product isn't hard to explain, sell, or scale. Everybody gets its value. Help us bring peace of mind to millions of smart device users. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Rob. Up next, Rod.
Mark, thank you so much for this opportunity to present to the group. I'm Rod Gosen, the CEO of Rogo Communications. Wildfires are a big problem here in the US and worldwide. Part of the reason there's such a big problem is that wildland firefighters, even today, still use very archaic tools. They still use paper maps, compasses, and two-way radios. They need a better ubiquitous communications solution so they can gain access to scene situational awareness information, understand what the weather is doing to the fire, understand what crews are in possible danger. At Rogo Communications, we have built this solution, and this solution works off of both satellite and mesh network technology. So combined, you'll always get the message in a timely, critical way. Our solution, although we have a hardware component, is a SaaS solution. We have a lot of software that makes all this run in the background. Our market space is beyond the wildland firefighting market, which is huge in America and worldwide. Also extends to FEMA, Border Patrol, National Guard, any sort of hurricane, earthquake, or flood disaster response that requires first responders to go in and save lives. We provide the communications and information solution so they can accomplish that mission. Our team has a significant amount of intellectual property in patents and trademarks built up around our solution. And we have many significant partners we are storming the hill with to create our solution. You can find us, you can learn more at rogocom.com. That's rogocom.com. And thank you very much for your time, everybody.
And Rod is the perfect example of technologies for wildfires that I believe is a huge opportunity for investors. If there's any major investors that are in the community right now watching this, I'm trying to, with the same group that Rod and I are part of, create a fund to basically support a lot of these technologies. Wildfires is a huge problem. Here in the state of California, the two largest insurers just announced that they are not going to be insuring anybody else in the state. And this is a problem that needs to be solved. And I'm part of a group with Rod that is going to solve this, but we do need a big fund to come in and help support a sector of an industry that nobody has done ever before, supporting this particular group of people. So Rod, I'm glad you were here to remind me and give me a chance to promote that to the rest of the audience. If any of you are interested in this topic in particular, reach out to me if you would like to start a fund with me that's targeting wildfire technology. Up next is Tal.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tal Farhi. I'm the founder and CEO of Watereze.com. Watereze is spelled WATEREZE.com. And we are an ag tech startup. We actually started about 4 years ago, and then COVID hit and took us a little bit sideways and slowed us down. But we're actively working hard now in delivering a technology that really supports 4 different verticals, one being commercial irrigation, 2 is livestock hydration, 3 is ore mining, and 4 is maintenance on cooling towers that are on practically every building out there, commercial buildings such as convention centers, hotels, etc. What our device does, it's a smart device that takes the molecule of salt that's in groundwater and in water supply to commercial farmers, which is a big problem for commercial farming all over the world. Obviously, I'm going to speak about that vertical right now. Our device was studied at the University of Arizona and had tremendous success in reducing the salt load on plants and produce irrigation. And what happens with salt, if you don't know, it makes water very hard. So what we do, our device is simple. It's a technology that uses electric magnetic frequency that the water flows through the device after the booster pump and then out to the field and reduces that salt molecule. What we are doing right now is we've raised some money. We are raising more money to really bring this out on a channel and a value-added reseller model to provide this to farmers and industries all over the world. It's an exciting device. It really supports a major, major problem, which is salinity in our water. Thank you so much, Venture Starters and Mark.
Great, thanks. Up next is Ashwin.
Thank you, Mark. Hello, everybody. My name is Ashwin Bandaro. I'm the founder of Mission Zero. So you probably, everybody, all of us, in the last couple of weeks or so, we have always probably used a takeaway for food, water, or coffee. And we all know they are actually creating a lot of issues with single use and disposables. And this is what we're trying to solve. We are solving this problem using reusables, dishware, replacing all of the disposable packaging for coffee, water, and food. And we are building the underlying technology and creating a multi-sided platform connecting corporate companies with the restaurants. So corporate companies can reduce their waste and also reduce their costs. At the same time, restaurants can also actually deliver the food and make more money. So invariably benefiting all of the stakeholders in this ecosystem. So we are right now a pre-revenue startup based in Texas, and we are raising 1 million in SAFE, and we are seeing a lot of traction. And we are looking for also talent to join our team. And at the same time, we are actually looking for partners who can open up some doors in the commercial real estate and the restaurant industry. Thank you.
Thank you. Up next is John Wicatowicz. I'm not going to get that right. Sorry, John, you'll have to tell us and put your video camera on if you want to pitch us. We're not hearing you for yet, but you see
that. How's
okay.
that?
There you go.
We're not seeing me.
No, we're seeing you. We see you.
Okay.
Go for
All
it.
right. Sorry about that. Hi, everybody. I'm John Viktorovich. Welcome. Co-founder and I'm CEO of InnovaRegi. Thanks for the exciting opportunity to share with you our revolutionary technology called the Protein Profiler and a lucrative opportunity for our investors. InnovaRegi is completing development of the Protein Profiler system that consists of an instrument and consumables that address the single most important challenge that pharma faces, and that is the 95% of drugs fail in clinical trials, mainly due to incorrect target selection, as evidenced by a retrospective analysis by AstraZeneca in 2014. This leads to an enormous cost of about $2.6 billion per drug to cover their 19 out of 20 failures. Although this was published in 2014, nothing's changed over the last 9 years. Clearly, conventional technology is not getting the job done. So we solved this problem with a proprietary breakthrough technology, profiler technology, that analyzes intact proteins rather than fragmented proteins that's required by conventional technologies. That ensures correct selection of proteins and biomarkers that are correlated with disease, resulting in successful drugs. The profiler addresses a large and growing proteomics market, estimated to be more than $32 billion in 2025, and is developed by a well-experienced team of scientists and engineers. We structured a $1.5 million convertible note to complete the functional alpha prototype development, followed shortly by our Series A within 4 to 5 quarters, and rapid conversion of the convertible note. I'd like to leave you with the following fact. Every 5% increase in success rate saves pharma up to $130 million per drug. So I'd like to thank you for your attention, and I look forward to speaking to you in more detail.
Okay, thanks, John. All right, so Martin, who's calling in from, I forgot, you're in Finland or Iceland?
Norway.
Where are you from?
Norway.
Norway. I knew it was a cold country, at least with winter temperature. I apologize, and I thank you. First of all, thank you for coming again. And what Martin has is spectacular, especially if you're in the hearing technology space. Unfortunately, I think we have to call today's event a wrap. We had way too many people that signed up. That said, do not despair if you are in the queue right now. I have Martin down, Kendi Coffee, Gabriel Francis, Azilat Lopez, Elias Eli Jimenez, William Thompson, Gia Carlo Ocho, as somebody who I don't know the name, but it's Tech Organs. If we have your name, it'll be easier for us to let you in the event early next week. Callie, of course, we always love having. And John Wen, Rich with Podcasters Directly, and Carlos Barroso, and then Carl Richards. Oh, there's one last minute here. Dr. Manantoni. I don't have him on my list. But here's the thing, we just can't, the success of Venture Starters is undeniable. It's hard to get everybody in. If you will arrive 15 minutes ahead of time to next week's event, we'll try and let you in so you can raise your hand before everybody else, and you can get in the queue in the beginning of the program instead of being at the end of the program. It's difficult to pitch at the end. We lose our audience because it's a lot of hours to spend sitting and watching, but I so appreciate all of you. One last time, I would just like to ask of two things from those that remain in the audience, and that is, I'm going to try and put up again the link to next week's event that's on LinkedIn. And if you can please oops, let me mute here. If you can just please register to go to the event through LinkedIn rather than through the venturestarters.com website, and then invite 1,000 up to 1,000 of your first connections. You will help us grow our community. I need the help. I don't charge you anything for the benefits that you get by being here. And many of you have had amazing benefits. We've had offers to invest as low as $75,000 and as high as $11 million, and many in between. And that has all come from us putting this event on for the benefit of all of you. So the only thing I ask is help me market and promote this to people that are already in your LinkedIn connection so that we can grow it without me having to spend more of our own money to grow our community. So please, click on that link. Hopefully one of my assistants is putting it. Yes, it's there. It just came up. And then also Eric Harris, who's just amazingly talented, he's put together our network, which essentially runs 24 hours a day. It's going to have a party environment event coming later, an after party, they're calling it, later today. I won't be at the party, but it's a great opportunity to learn and connect and network. And this network itself is going to be the place to go to do a lot of networking. So please sign up for that. Joining is free. All of these at this moment are free, so click on the event for next week. Help me promote it. I will be internally grateful. If you actually invite 1,000 people, just so you know, by the time you get through clicking all those boxes, when you try and press the invite button, it'll probably show an error message because LinkedIn didn't stay up with all your clicks. Just click it again, invite a second time. The second time that you click it, it'll probably go through. So don't be confused if you see the error message. It happens to me every time I do this. And then let me know that you invited 1,000 of your connections so I can recognize you next week. You're like a co-sponsor, you're a co-promoter of the event then, and I will be internally grateful and I absolutely want to recognize you. So send me an email that says I invited a ton of people, and that's all I need to know so that I can then mention you next week if you care to be mentioned. And then follow us on the Venture Starters Network by joining that, and there's a link to that as well. I want to thank everybody who came out on early in the morning, especially those on the West Coast, where it was a little difficult at 9 a.m. for us to get going here. It worked better for those in the East Coast, and certainly we had way more people come from Europe and Asia, and that was the whole idea. So we'll probably end up doing this time slot again at least once a month. We might even incorporate it in every other week. We'll have to see how this goes, but I'm trying to make it possible for a worldwide audience to be active in Venture Starters. I don't think there's any place on the planet that you can go and see this many quality pitches in a short period of time like we are able to manifest, in this community. So you all, Daryl C, I see you've got your name now. Thank you. That was very helpful. We'll get that information, Daryl C, and then the last one was Dr. I got to get that Maratoni. Okay. All right. So anyways, I have nothing else for today other than to say, I hope you have an outstanding and fantastic week. And I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. The more times you show up, and especially with your camera on, the better your networking and the more people who will know you. Your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth. Grow your network. Come and be part of what we're doing. Improve your net worth through your network. See you in a week. Take care, everybody. It was a great event. I love the pitches. Outstanding. Take care and see you in a week. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.